Hey, grab a bolo, a training bolo, one that is not sharp. If you don't have one of these, grab a stick. Let's take a look at the watik, or sometimes pronounced as watik. Other styles of FMA will use the term abanico. And watik means to flick, abanico means fan, like the fan motion of the weapon. Let's take a look at this. We're going to go over the 4 basic techniques on our witiks or abanicos. We're going to start off in that chamber position. We're going to hit our number 1, which is a high horizontal, and number 2, which is high on the backhand horizontal. Those are our first ones. Now we can hit 1 and 2 high. We can hit them to the midline. We can hit them to the low line. So 1 and 2 are very versatile as far as, high, middle, or low strikes. Now, when we're striking with the watik, there's 2 ways that we can do it. Number 1 is we can hit with the corner where the 2 edges of the blade meet. Okay? And there's a snapping of the wrist when you're making impact. Sometimes people are, they're a little bit skeptical on, oh, you're hitting somebody with the side of the blade. Like, what is that going to do? Well, you're hitting them where the 2 edges meet into the very sharp point. So grab a training bolo, because you don't even need a sharp one to do this. And go get like a cardboard box, or go get a melon. It could be any kind of melon. It could be a watermelon, a cantaloupe, whatever kind of melon you like. And hit it with a bunch of witiks in that V right there. Causes what we call a V cut, okay, or a V split. It doesn't really cut, it more splits. The other way you can do it is you can turn it all the way over, and you could be hitting with this top edge, which would be the sharp little section of the back of the blade. So that's how you can hit with your abanicos or with your witiks. Now, when you're using a stick, obviously you don't have a blade, right? This is an impact weapon. But you're trying to hit with the very corner edge of the stick there. That last, inch or half inch is what you're looking to hit with there. Okay? Now, it's going to take some conditioning in your form and in your wrist, in your grip. In the beginning, if you're really kind of letting these things go, you might start feeling some strain. That's just because you got to strengthen your grip, your wrist, and your form. So when you're training this in the beginning, you got to pay attention when you need to take some rest days on this and let that rebuild and let everything get stronger in your body. But that's what we got. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I want you to notice something here. Notice how I'm moving my hips, right? The entire body is rotating with the watik. It's not necessarily just standing here waving my hand around. The power is going to come from the rotation of the hips and shoulders and the rotation of the spine. Okay? So that's our 1 and 2. Boom, boom. Now, once we hit the 2 to continue the form, we're going to bring this down right to the humerus or right to the tricep. And the third watik is our vertical. So to isolate this, you're going to see how I'm dropping the elbow and I'm dropping my weight into it. Again, we can strike either with the top edge or with that V portion in the blade. Okay. So we have 1, 2, place it just for the form. And then there's 3. 4 is the whipping right there. So it's coming out of the backhand and you're going to whip it. Okay. Again, you can hit either with the top edge or with the V right there. Just make sure on the 4, don't open this up, because then that's not a watik. That's a different tactic then, or in a different technique. You're going to keep this in the closed position. Why are they numbered this way? Because the numbering system that we use on basic cuts is our 1, our 2, our 3, and our 4. And the witiks, or the abanicos here, they come out of those same pockets or targeting those specific pockets, right? So 1 is targeting 1, 2 targets 2, 3 targets 3, and then 4 targets 4. Now you can hit, that doesn't mean you have to stay with one hitting an angle 1. And a 3 can hit a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Okay? But it's just for instructional purposes, that's how we end up numbering them. Okay? Because they do correspond with the basic cuts as far as the numbers go. Okay? So just work this out right there. Now, to get back into it, because you're in this backhand, you can come all the way around, but then there's nothing going on in the center there. You could slash up as well, but the traditional form is we're going to go into what's called a reverse 1 chamber. And then from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can keep it moving here. Just keep the exercise going and work your witiks there. If you've got the stick, it's exactly the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you do the reverse chamber, just make sure after you hit that 4 that you're coming up right here and you're going to be using the edge of the spine. Okay, you're not letting the top edge touch you, otherwise you're going to get cut. And when you go into your watik, don't do it from here. You got to push this out first, then rotate it. Otherwise, you're going to end up whapping yourself in the face with your own weapon. That's not what we want to do. So from here, you're going to see how I bring this away from my body first, and then it goes into the rotation right there. Okay? So go nice and slow with this. Practice your watiks. I like to practice them in the air first. Make sure you get the technique down, and then you can bring them into some impact training. If you got the stick, bring it to a heavy bag, tire. Tires are always the best because you're not going to hurt them. A bob dummy, whatever, anything, a pole, a post, a dead tree, anything that you can hit. Then do the impact training, and then play around. You know, do like I said, do a cardboard box, do a piece of fruit or something like that, and then you can really understand the damage that you can do with one of these techniques.